What is up, my fellow mobile gamers? In today's video, we are going over our best guide for the legendary marksman hero from the Nightmare faction, Hattsut. Like and subscribe for more amazing mobile gaming content. We've got a massive summoning event going on this weekend, 10 times rate increase for 3 amazing legendary heroes, and one of them we are going to be talking about today. All right, my friends, we are on the official test server because unfortunately I do not have this hero on my main account, but hopefully after this weekend we will. Nightmare faction marksman. This is arguably one of the best legendary marksman characters in the game. Taking a brief look at the hero guides, she's pretty much phenomenal for all different types of content. You're going to be using her in arena, faction trial, tide. You can also use her in gear raids as well. Gear raid 1, typically you want to use mages, but you could get away with using her in gear raid 1. Definitely an amazingly strong hero in gear raid 3, which prioritizes marksman heroes. We're going to go over some things really quick. Let's go over the skills and then we will jump into some gameplay so you can see her in action. First, basic attack. Attacks 2 times, deals a bunch of damage to targets and 20% damage to one nearby enemy with each hit. So she shoots these arrows and she does a lot of this like bouncing damage where it'll hit somebody and then it ricochets and it hits another. So even though it's kind of like initially single target damage, she has like this splash damage which goes ahead and it just deals additional damage to enemies nearby. Taking a look at the passive, attacks bounce to one more target with damage of each bounce increasing by a percentage. Really awesome feature though is each enemy hit also suffers defense reduction, and that is minus 30% defense, which is very, very huge. It makes pretty much all of your other heroes even stronger when targeting that one specific enemy. The other passive, when deployed, gains invisibility. She basically just can't be targeted at all by their enemies for 40 seconds. Meanwhile, each kill goes ahead and increases her attack by a percentage, stacks 5 times, lasts for 10 seconds. So as she goes ahead and destroys more enemies, it just scales and she just becomes increasingly stronger. And then her ultimate ability, Ghastly Burst, you'll see it just does crazy amounts of AoE damage all over the place, hits 5 enemies, 230% AoE damage every 0.3 seconds, lasting for 4. Taking a look at the artifact, this is just kind of what we put on her initially, is the Bloodborne Signet. Reduces her max HP by a percentage, increases crit damage by 20%. Really want to build her out, maximizing her crit rate and her crit damage, along with a little bit of speed. Taking a look at her, let's go to attributes first and go to the details. Now her base attack is 4,000, so it's pretty strong. Defense is low, we don't really care about that. HP is also relatively low. Cost though, this is what I think makes her so strong. She's a legendary marksman that only costs 12. A lot of marksmen cost high. They're like 17 cost, 22 cost. Her base attack interval is 2 seconds, which is already pretty fast. The highest I've seen on heroes is 3.5. So right from the start, her basic attacks happen pretty often. We went ahead and we did throw a little bit of gear on her. We put the attack speed gear on her, took it down by half a second. So in total, it's now going to be 1.5 seconds. The bad part about this build is that we don't have really good gear for the crit rate. You'll see her crit rate is really, really low, unfortunately. You would definitely want to put gear on her that buffs her crit rate a lot more. You want to at least be 80% crit rate at the very minimum. And then the crit damage, you're going to want at least 100% as well. Attack we have at an extra 9,000, so overall her attack's around 13,000. So if we take a look at some of these rolls on the gear, you'll see that this one has like healing effect and like a lot of the gear that I just kind of threw on her, I even on the test server, I don't have very good gear. It's just good gear is really hard to come by. These ones I got really good rolls on the attack speed though for her. So let's go ahead and let's jump into some battles so we can see her in action. All right, we are heading into the guild boss. We are on Nightmare 3 difficulty. This is the lineup we're gonna use. Mostly we're gonna try and look at the DPS tracker at the end and see who does the most damage. All right, so we'll drop her first. We'll put her there. We'll put Elo in there just so we get that extra rage regen. And then we're just gonna start just dropping a bunch of other really big damage dealers, especially from the new Chaos faction as well. So this will be interesting to see how she pairs up against those. And that is it. All right, we got our team out there. All right, the meteor just hit. We are waiting for it. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and start popping these ults. Real quick thing I just want to mention as I finish this up is make sure that when you do have Hattsut in this guild boss that you put her at the top and angle her across so that her range covers the 3 bars of the guild boss. That way she can go ahead and activate her ultimate. If you have her going straight up and only like 1 or 2 bars hit it, her ultimate ability will not activate. It'll actually say the guild boss is out of range. All right, here we go. Taking a look at the stats, you'll see she didn't really do too great. And again, we really don't have very good gear on her. Stacking up, she only did a little bit less than 2 million damage to the boss. So you definitely got to gear her properly and increase her crit rate a lot more. Here we go. We are in Gear Raid 3, Stage 18, and we have quite an interesting lineup. We're just gonna roll with it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna drop her in the middle to take care of this left side, and you'll see her ultimate ability is almost already charged up. She starts off with 87% instant rage, and she is maxed out. We got her max awaken, max skills, everything. We'll go ahead, we'll drop another ranged marksman on the right side to cover that. So we got these two covering there, and then we just kind of need some AoE damage dealers covering the left and the right. Unfortunately, I didn't bring enough, so we're just going to drop Ajax on one side, and then the other side is just kind of going to get swarmed in. But we mostly, again, are just paying attention to what Hattsut is doing on this left side. You really want to utilize the fact that her basic attack hits twice. So getting her attack bonus as high as possible and that crit rate, she's able to get a lot more attacks off than other heroes. Hope you guys and girls enjoyed the video. I hope you have amazing good luck this weekend and you pull her. Stay happy, stay safe, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.